Hello dear friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Paulina, and here on my channel I talk about fragrances. In today's video I'm going to continue my talk about powdery fragrances. And in today's video there are going to be 7 perfumes that in my opinion are perfect combination for autumn and winter. Powdery scents for colder days. And I'm going to start with a fragrance from the French niche house Reminiscence, and the fragrance is called Musc. This fragrance was created in 1917. Imagine how many years this fragrance is on the market, and I'm always amazed and I appreciate these fragrances that last so long on the market, because unfortunately nowadays many perfumes are being released and then after a couple of years they are already discontinued, and that's a pity. So what is about this fragrance? I can't say that this is my absolute favorite fragrance from the powdery direction. In my opinion, Musc by Reminiscence is a unisex fragrance with quite masculine touch, and which makes it difficult for me to wear it. Except of all the powdery notes that are typical for this direction in perfumery, like tonka beans, vanilla, it has a note of bitter almond. And because of this almondy note, it has this bitter masculine touch. Unisex fragrance, winter fragrance. I'm going to give it another try, and maybe I will change my opinion about this, but actually it is very difficult for me to wear it, although it's a beautiful fragrance, it's long lasting, and this is not a usual one. It is a special fragrance. So warming with a predominant tonka note and nuttiness, almondiness. Quite interesting. So talking about discontinued fragrances, this is already one of them. Camellia by Keiko Mecheri. Magnolia is listed here, Camellia and tea note. And this is a very tea-ish fragrance with the bitterness of tea, and it's like tea powder, tea dust. It has certain tea-ish twist and some bitterness as well, and this is very powdery. This gives this dry, powdery impression. It also has some chemical undertone for my nose. That's why it is also quite controversial fragrance to my nose, but in my opinion also powdery scent for colder days, for the autumn and winter. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be friends with this fragrance, but I give it another go. And if you have the possibility to try it, and if you know that you like tea fragrances and powder fragrances, maybe you give it a go. I also talked about this fragrance in the video about the tea fragrances, about the fragrances with the tea notes. I'm going to put a link above. Another fragrance that is also powdery and perfect for the winter is Tiffany & Co. Intense, Eau de Parfum Intense. This is a variation about rose, jasmine and iris. Super beautiful fragrance, so feminine, so elegant. Powdery, but it's not a powdery bomb, it's not straight into your nose kind of fragrance. It is very subtle, subdued, feminine, elegant. The only problem with this one is its longevity. It's not long lasting. And on my skin it lasts approximately half an hour and then it disappears. I don't like fragrances like that, although I'm in love with the smell of this fragrance. It's beautiful, it's elegant, it's powdery, it's iris, rose and jasmine, very beautiful combination, musk. Unfortunately not long lasting. So these were the 3 powdery fragrances that are not quite easy for me to wear. So I'm going to continue with my favorite fragrances of the powdery direction. Late discovery of mine is Irissime by Jacques Fath, traditional niche French house, originally designer house. I already talked many times about perfumes of Jacques Fath. Please check the videos on my YouTube channel. It is a very interesting designer traditional French house, and this was my late discovery, and I fell in love with this from the second sniff, because the first sniff was in spring and summer and I wasn't impressed by this at all. So as I assume this fragrance is not made for warm days, for the spring and summer, it's going to be lost. But all this beauty, elegance and femininity is going to be discovered and projected during the colder days, because you're going to be, it is a cocooning fragrance. You feel very elegant, elevated. It's like a powdery bubble around you. Variation about iris, jasmine and rose. The longevity is quite nice here in this fragrance, and you can't overspray it. For my taste, this fragrance is also universal. You can use it both during the day and in the evening. Yesterday at the theater I had this one on and I was complimented by the smell of this fragrance. Although iris, it's a cooling iris here, but wearing this, it makes like a cocooning effect around you, which makes you, it gives you a certain warm and warm feeling. I'm completely in love with this one. It is so beautiful and suitable for the winter. And if you like iris and powdery scents, please try to find it, although it is a very rare fragrance. The next fragrance is also one of my absolutely favorite fragrances, L'Instant de Guerlain by the House of Guerlain, in the old version or the Parfum version, not reformulated. In my opinion, this has certain depth and intensity to this compared to the new bottles. This is also variation about iris, rose and jasmine with a slight honey touch. This fragrance goes in a sweeter direction, but it's not overwhelming. It's like honey, sweet honey powder around you. Cosmetic, feminine, elegant, cocooning. I am absolutely in love with this one. The longevity is amazing and you're going to be noticed in this one. Slightly different is L'Instant de Guerlain in the version of Eau de Toilette. It's also variation about the iris, rose and jasmine and honey, but it is a little bit different. It is kind of a little bit more edgy and more flowery. It's not that powdery. It doesn't have this depth of the Parfum version, and I think this one is more suitable for the day wear. I'm also quite happy because of the longevity of this fragrance, although it is Eau de Toilette. And the last fragrance that I would like to talk about, this is the flanker of L'Instant Magique. I'm not sure whether this one was discontinued or not. I think you can still find it on internet. The flanker of L'Instant, so the notes are slightly different, but the general direction is similar. iris, rose, jasmine and almond touch. Almond, the note of almond is added here, and that's why it is especially suitable for the winter, because of this nutty touch, slightly bitter touch, also very feminine and elegant. And I'm also happy with the longevity of this fragrance. And what I love about the powdery scents is their cocooning effect. You feel immediately relaxed, happy, in a good mood. So as you can see, I love the powdery direction in perfumery. And please share with me your opinion about these fragrances. What do you think about them? Do you know them? Are you familiar with the scents? So I thank you for your attention and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye!